First chapter, who is in charge? So that's me. My name is Cardiff Gerhardt. I'm a nonpartisan legislative candidate for Assembly District 12. I am a millennial techie living in Lake Las Vegas, and I've written a new state constitution for the state of Nevada. I am seeking a constitutional convention. My website's at the bottom. As you can see over here, I am photographed with a printed version of the latest draft of the state constitution, or what could be amended as our state constitution. And that is my number one focus. It's the thing I think would bring the greatest amount of good to the people of Nevada. And if you would like to learn more about the state constitution, then go to the website votecardiff.org. So District 12 on a map is East Las Vegas and East Henderson. There's essentially this gerrymandered division that segregates predominantly Democrats in East Vegas and predominantly Republicans in East Henderson. I am nonpartisan, running against a Republican and a Democrat. The Republican, named Jeremy Graves, not to be confused with the JG, the initials, John Gerhardt, is quite literally quiet as the grave. He has $0 reported on his C&E report. He has no visual profile. He has no political history, and he has no website. And then we have Susie Martinez. She is the Democrat incumbent in our district. From what I gather, she's a single mother, and I have in front of me a paper from the Wynn Hotel paper print. They send out mailers to their employees of the candidate so they can make the right decisions. And her main promise, I'll read it here. If elected, what do you want to accomplish in the forthcoming term, which was these past 2 years? And she said, I would like to take a look at the antiquated funding formula that is currently used to fund our schools. If our children are going to compete for jobs in the future, they need a world-class public education. We must increase funding for our schools, lower class sizes, and help recruit and retain the best teachers. We must improve our public schools in order to recruit additional corporations to move to Nevada. This would in turn create additional jobs for our state. And from what I've researched into the results that she's delivered, she didn't do any of that. She really didn't do much. And if you go to her Twitter, if you look up Susan Martinez, it's either NV Susan LV or LV Susan NV on Twitter. The pinned tweet, last time I checked, my Twitter account's been suspended for a week or two. But last time I checked, her pinned tweet was new fire alarm regulation. That was her number one pride and joy, fire alarm regulation. If you check her contributions and expenses, she accepts California and Washington, D.C. cash, and she wears red. She was born in '66. So there's just, from what I've seen, it's mostly a poster and a name and not a whole lot of communication with the people. Okay, so I've written a new state constitution. I'm deeply involved in cryptocurrency. As far as I can tell with this COVID, it is a bioweapon that came from China, thus making it a Chinese bioweapon. And I am the youngest candidate. I've got the most energy, and I am really communicating with the people in a way that the others aren't. I really, truly wish to serve the people of Nevada. You can see over here some of the main topics: Austrian economics, let the free markets reign, school choice, pro-life, especially when you start looking at the trafficking and fetal economy, black market economies that are held up by a lot of propaganda around pro-life. It's never discussed, these black market economies, but the main focus that's advertised when it comes to women's right to choose is that she has autonomy, but there's not ever any discussion of what happens to an aborted baby after it is extracted. And there's a lot of evil in that. And when people see that, I think they will realize that pro-life is a very reasonable stance to take, even amongst the millennials. There is a lot of influence with the Chinese Communist Party, not just in America, but in the state of Nevada, as well as the Clark County area. So I am a patriot. I will put the American people, specifically the Nevadan people, above the Chinese people and Chinese interests. I stand with Donald Trump for law and order. I would like to see justice and karma, righteousness brought back to the land or introduced for the first time for those who are of the mindset that there never was a righteous system to begin with, fully, truly.